Good morning, it is day 4 here on Great Mountain Lake. We're heading over to Nellie Lake today. So we go right into a portage and we're heading down a creek all day with beaver dams and small portages. We just got the water on the boil for some oatmeal and coffee this morning. Something quick so we can get on the road early. So this is Fish Lake. It's a very calm morning, no wind. That sun's extremely hot. So this is Howry Creek. It's really muddy and not very deep, so it could be a tough section to get through. We've just been winding through this creek and really enjoying it. All the grass, it's growing in there, and then the cliffs on the sides. The water is really clear as well. This is a view of Gem Lake. This is the size of it. And then we're heading into Howry Lake. This is Howry Lake. It's a long and narrow lake. We're almost halfway through it. And Nellie Lake's on the other side of this mountain, just about. So this is the far end of Howry Creek. And it's resorted to a channel the size of the Canoe, zigzagging through this boggy marsh just to get out into the lake. Be very tough during low water, or even lower water than this. So we're midway through Howry Creek and it is very tough going. We got to push our way through a lot of it and find the deepest path, and we're only talking about 4 inches most of the time. It's exactly the same back that way. We're in a little open pool right now, but we still have a long ways to go through this stuff. This is Murry Lake. It's really nice to be out of that swampy bog, back on some open water. Next stop, Nellie Lake. So this is Nellie Lake from our campsite. We're on the campsite, that's the peak. This one from the portages. So tonight for supper we got rehydrated hamburger, morels, peppers, and sidekicks. And this is our view on Nellie Lake. So this is it for day 4 here on Nellie Lake. We got to camp fairly late, so we've just eaten supper and gone for a swim, enjoying the beautiful view behind us. We came from Howry Creek today, and it was a pretty challenging crossing through that. There's not much water in this time of year. Very little water to deal with, a lot of pushing the canoe through with the oars. It was just that we made it. I wouldn't want to do it any later than what we've done. But it's really taken a lot out of us. So we're just going to enjoy this view, and tomorrow we're on Nellie Lake as well, so we're going to do a little day hike and check everything out. See you tomorrow. So for breakfast today we got pancakes and coffee, and this is our view of Nellie Lake. Good morning. It is day 5 here on Nellie Lake. We got the day off today, so we're going to do a little exploring around the lake itself and try to hike up to Turtleback Lake, which is at the eastern corner of Nellie Lake. It's a beautiful day again. It's already very, very hot out, so we're just going to make our way down to the end of that and do a little day hike. And then tomorrow we're heading out to Bayfin. So this is camp on Nellie Lake. The fire pit's here, water access just in front of that. A really great view. Cole's doing nothing, as always. The water's done. We got the tent back here. The understory at this campsite's wide open, so there's lots of options for tents. Yeah, so we're just nestled in there. It's perfect. And the canoe is over here. There's two docking points. One kind of where Cole was, and then the other one's just over here. And here's the second one. Both are great. There's beautiful views all around. So you've come across these two antlers. And it's not very often you see sheds side by side like this. So this is Turtleback Lake. There's the island in the middle of it. The hike here wasn't too bad. And that's the size of the lake. It's really hard to get over how blue this water is. So this is a view of Nellie Lake from on top of the lookout. That's our camp at the tip of the peninsula. From this view you can really get an appreciation for the size and magnitude of this lake. It still continues to the left quite a ways. And I believe, I'm not sure if it's making out, but I believe that might be Silver Peak. Yeah, what an incredible view from up here. Absolutely gorgeous. So tonight for supper, having chili mac. I've just rehydrated the hamburger meat, or the chili portion of it, and added the macaroni. So I'm just gonna rehydrate the macaroni and it's done. It'll thicken up a lot more once that's done. So here's the finished product of chili mac. Doritos from the other night, some leftovers yet. And that's our view for supper. So this is it for day 5 here on Nellie Lake. Today was pretty awesome. We had the day off and just went exploring around the lake. We went up to Turtleback Lake and we hiked up one of the cliffs. It had an awesome view. Could see Silver Peak from it. We're just gonna relax. Tomorrow we got a big day to Bay Fin, so we're gonna enjoy the sunset tonight and just relax for it. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 6 here on Nellie Lake. We're heading over to Bay Fin today, so we have a 24-meter portage right off the hop into Helen Lake, and then a series of smaller portages into East Channel, and then a small portage into Bay Fin. Overall, it's going to be a very long day, and the water's a lot bigger, so the waves could be quite high. So for breakfast today, we're having oatmeal with granola and chocolate trail mix on top. Coffee, of course, and this is our beautiful view. The sun's trying to poke out. We'll see if that happens. So this is our view off of camp on Nellie Lake. I don't know if the camera will pick up, but you can see where it drops off. It's a bit overcasty today, so hopefully Georgian Bay will be easy traveling. So this is Helen Lake, and you can see the mountain range quite a ways. Nellie Lake was behind that mountain range. This is a very cool marshland that we've gotten into. So we've now left the park and are in McGregor Bay. This is the ridgeline that we got a portage over. Oh, maybe a kilometer or so down this way. There's a lot of cottages out here. We're just kind of darting in between them. So this is a view of Bay Fin right after the portage. Our campsite's just down this way, 6 kilometers or so. So this is our view from camp on night 6 here on Bay Fin. That is the Blue Ridge, and in the distance is OSA Lake. That's where the ridge is in front of it. The water access is there, The fire pit's set up here. We processed all the wood and done. And there's the tent pad. And that's our swimming hole and water access. And back to the ridge. It's a very small site, very compact. So Cole found a patch of wild raspberries and we picked 500 milliliters worth in 5 minutes. The mosquitoes were terrible back there. So tonight for supper is dehydrated hamburger, peppers, morels, and sidekicks. I believe it's Alfredo. And this is our view for the night. So this is it for night 6 here on Bay Fin. The journey here today wasn't too bad. The portages are well used, and crossing the bay and the channels, the wind was in our favor where there wasn't any rough water. Getting into Bay Fin, it was a little warm because there was no wind, but as soon as we got into the channel that narrows up right before the provincial park again, it cooled off a lot. So we just finished supper. We're going to enjoy the sunset and try some fishing. We'll see you tomorrow.